Yeah, certainly they have to be. Whether they are or not is another story. And I am prime example of someone who has to work really hard at this, because segmenting one's day and sort of prioritizing is something that does not come necessarily naturally to me at all. Like every single manager I've ever had would probably say that I can do no work all day and then do sort of 6 hours worth of work in an hour and a half at some point during the day. Being able to prioritize is something that's so fundamental, not just as a BDR, but even potentially even more so as an account executive. As a BDR, you've got to balance your social selling, so you're like your LinkedIn, with your lead sourcing, and then you're calling on the phone, because to get 100 minutes on the phone, or whatever your target is for argument's sake, that's a lot of dials. That's a lot of people who don't answer. That's a lot of gatekeepers that fob you off. So being able to segment one's day effectively enough to do that is something which is not easy. And as you said, it's almost like if you're an AE, it's more of a project management perspective, because you have to balance your split function between your BDRing, so your cold outreach, your lead sourcing, your calling, your prospects that have already have been cold called that need a demo, and obviously your existing clients. If you are that 360 person who account manages as well, you're almost doing potentially the work of 3 people under one target. And if you cannot successfully or efficiently segment your day, you're going to struggle quickly. I think, and I am one of those people who, the main thing that I think I would say that I've changed in my almost 18 months in this job is really being really disciplined about my calendar. I've got my lead sourcing time, I've got my calling time, I've got my account management time, I've got my off time. I have lunch in my calendar every day, so that's sort of my time. I have blocks, as I said, for lead sourcing, things like that. And if it's not something that comes naturally to you, that's the only way that you're going to do it. Like forcing yourself to segment, because you are essentially doing the job of between 1 and 3 people at once.